Harinamaiva kevalam kalo nastiva 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 gatirannatha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining his position, why he is chanting this transcendental vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The reason is that Vedanta philosophy, because the Mayavadi sannyasins, the Vedanta philosophy actually belongs to the Vaishnava Sampradaya, because it was compiled by Vyāsadeva, who is the original spiritual master of this Vaishnava Sampradaya. Of course, the Mayavadi philosophers, they also accept Vyāsadeva as their original spiritual master, but they have interpreted Vyasadeva's views. Therefore, they are not considered to be bona fide disciples. Just like we will see in the Bhagavad Gita that Arjuna, in the beginning, he was arguing with Krishna between friend and friend. But when he surrendered himself as a student, Shishyasteham sadhimam prapanyam, he said, my dear Krishna, now I am surrendering unto you. I accept you as my spiritual master. Shishyaste aham, I am your disciple, not friend. Because friendly talks, arguments, there is no end. But when there is talk between spiritual master and disciple, there is no argument. No argument. As soon as the spiritual master says, this is to be done, it is to be done. That's all, final. So, you will find throughout the whole instruction of Bhagavad Gita, not that blindly, there is submissive presentation. Krishna, I cannot understand this. That is allowed. But it is not that you have to change the decision of the spiritual master. No. If you cannot understand, it is, you should know it that due to my less intelligence, I just now do not understand what the spiritual master says, but that is already concluded. But I may try to understand so that I may not be misleading. That is the position. So just see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that my Guru Maharaj saw me a rascal, fool. Therefore, he asked me, you don't touch Vedanta Sutra. It is not for you. You simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining, Ei Agga Paya Nam Loyonukha. After reception of this order from my spiritual master, I have engaged myself constantly in chanting Hare Krishna. That is disciplic succession. Even if you do not understand the version, the motive of a spiritual master, you have to follow without any argument. In the Bhagavad Gita also, you will find this verse, Vyāsadeva buddhi rekeha kurunandana bahusaka dhanantascha buddhiyam vavushaina. The purpose is that those who are intelligent, they take the message from the spiritual master, whatever he says, and one has to execute that particular order without any deviation. That will make him perfect. Ah. There may be different orders for different disciples, but the disciple should take the order of the spiritual master as his life. Oh, here it is the order. So let me execute it without any deviation. That will make him perfect. Just see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is his instruction. He says, Ei agga paya nam loyanukhan. He did not think, oh, my spiritual master thought me a fool, rascal. Oh, why am rascal? Let me see Vedanta Sutra. Why shall I not see? That is rascaldom again. That is rascaldom again. You cannot deviate the order of the spiritual master by an inch. If you really want success, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ei anka paya. I received this order from my spiritual master. And I follow it strictly. Nam loyanukhan. Because my spiritual master told me that you don't touch Vedanta. You fool. You just go on. Or in other words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not a fool. He was a vastly learned man. He is representing the fools of the present age. What they will understand? Vedanta Sutra. Their life is so molded by the present atmosphere, materiality atmosphere, that they are unable to touch Vedanta Sutra. They are unfit to touch even Vedanta Sutra. What to speak of understanding it? Therefore, they will create more rascaldom, to create so many Vedanta societies, and they are the same rascals still. For 100 years they are studying Vedanta Sutra, and the same thing, the same bad habit, same illicit connection, same intoxication, same gambling, everything is going on, and they are Vedanta Sutra student. This is rascal. There must be change in life. Otherwise, what is the use of Vedanta Sutra? Vedanta means, Veda means knowledge, and Anta means end of all knowledge. Everyone is searching after knowledge, but there must be some end. What is the ultimate end? The Bhagavad Gita says, Vedanta vid, Vedanta kritya aham. I am the compiler of Vedanta. I am the knower of Vedanta. So if you simply understand what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, you are Vedantist. And what says Krishna? What does he say? He says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. You give up all rascaldom, simply surrender unto me. This is Vedanta. This is Vedanta. Aradita jadi haris tapasa tatakki. So Vedanta Sutra means, to understand Vedanta Sutra means that one has to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full knowledge, and knowing it fully, knowing his own position fully, and God's position fully, one has to surrender. Vyāsadeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudullava. That surrendered soul is a great soul who has surrendered. Oh, God is great. So that is Vedanta. Not that giving his own interpretation, as if Vyāsadeva was a fool and he left Vedanta for being commented by another rascal. No. Then what is the authority of Vedanta? If you can, you are a common man, your intelligence is so imperfect, you are cheaters, and your senses are imperfect, how you can comment on Vedanta, which was compiled by Vyāsadeva? the most perfect personality, liberated personality. How you can comment on Bhagavad Gita? It is spoken by Krishna. So you have no right. If you at all want to study Vedanta Sutra, you have to accept it as it is, without any change. That is understanding. Vedanta Sutra, just like several times I have given this example in this class, that it is Lord Chaitanya said to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, that in the Vedas it is stated that if you touch the stool of any animal, he will be, infected. So you have to take your bath. Just like we go to evacuate in the bathroom, and after evacuating you have to take bath. This is the system to become cleansed. This is Vedic system. But again the Veda says that if you touch the cow dung, the stool of cow or another animal, it is pure. Rather, if you are impure, by touching cow dung, you will be purified. Now here is contradiction. The Veda says that if you touch the stool of any animal, then you become infected, you have to take bath, cleanse yourself. And again he said that cow dung, which is also stool of another animal, if you touch it, then you will be purified. Now if you put your arguments, this is contradictory. So Veda is full of contradiction. No, it is not contradiction. It is fact. One doctor, Mr. Dr. Ghosal, he is a medical college chemist. He analyzed this cow dung and found all antiseptic properties in cow dung. So this is Vedic injunction. Whatever is there, it is already tested, it is already experimented, you have simply to accept. Don't try to argue. This is acceptance of Vedanta Sutra. Not that, I have got to serve some purpose, political purpose, so I will have to prove from Bhagavad Gita there is non-violence. In our country, Gandhi, he was supposed to be a great student of Bhagavad Gita. He wanted to prove that there is non-violence in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna said, all right, you will have to die by violence. So he was killed. How you can prove Bhagavad Gita non-violence? There is tacit order. You must fight. The other party is impious. Says, you must fight. These are the injunctions. You cannot change. That is not Vedanta Sutra. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that I accept the order of my spiritual master in toto, without any interpretation, without any argument, without any understanding. Whatever he has said, it is all right. This is acceptance of spiritual master. I accept spiritual master, but I don't accept your order. This is not acceptance of spiritual master. If you at all accept somebody as spiritual master, you must test him. You must test him for at least 1 year if you have got doubts. And when you are convinced that here is a person whom I can follow blindly, then you accept. You haven't got to follow blindly. Spiritual master will not place before you anything unreasonable. But the process is that you cannot change the order of spiritual master. You cannot argue. Unless you are convinced that I shall accept the order of this person without any argument, Don't accept anybody as spiritual master. It is a false acceptance. Just see. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, and other point is that if you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, oh, he was a vast learned scholar. But he says that his spiritual master found him the nonsense. Now how it is that he was a great scholar and how his spiritual master found him a nonsense? So therefore, however you may be a great scholar, if your spiritual master finds you a fool, you must accept that you are a fool. You don't say, oh, I am such a great scholar and unjustly my spiritual master says that I am fool. Then he loses the connection at once. You will understand, yes, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's disciple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking about his own disciples, say. Now his disciple, Sanatana Goswami, when he approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also placed him in that way, that I am a fool. That Sanatana Goswami, he was a great scholar in Sanskrit, he was a great scholar in Farsi and Urdu, and he was minister, very learned man, and very man of position. But when he approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that ordinary people, they say that I am very learned man, and I am such a fool that I also accept their person. I think that I am learned. What is the objection? You are already learned, you are very good scholar. Yes, now I understand that I am fool because I do not know what I am. I may be materially advanced in learning, but if somebody asks me, can you say what you are, where from you have come, where you are going after death, why you are suffering all these material miseries, can you have any remedies? Oh, there is no answer. So what sort of learned man am I? I cannot answer all these things. Therefore, I have come to you. Similarly, Arjuna, when he was arguing with Krishna, if I kill my grandfather, then such and such sin will occur me. Or if I kill my brothers, my brother's wife, they will be widow and they will be corrupted and there will be unwanted children. So many things. He was arguing rightly. That was not, that is from materialistic point of view. From materialistic point of view, you may be very great learned man, but every one of you must know that spiritually you are damn rascal, nothing. Spiritually, all these persons who are very proud of their learning, they are all damn rascals. Esa, simply rascal. Simply rascal. So you must know that I am simply rascal. If you want to make progress in spiritual life, and what do you know about spiritual life? You do not know anything. So that is the representation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says that my Guru Maharaj found it. It is better if you remain a fool always before your spiritual master, then you will make advance. And if you think yourself, even for a moment, that I know something more than my spiritual master, you are fallen. This is called Vyāsadeva buddhiritiha purunadnana. That one vow that I have to follow the order of my spirit, that will make you advance. The more you strictly follow the order of spiritual master, the more you become advanced. You do not become fool, actually you become advanced. Otherwise, what is the use of it? It is not a formality. It is actually fact. If you at all want to make advancement in spiritual life, you must follow the orders of the bona fide spiritual master. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, such a great scholar, and he is accepted as incarnation of God, and he is showing us the example that I followed the order of my spiritual master because he found me a nonsense. Naam loite loite mor bhranto hoilo mor. Now he is giving his practical experience. What is that practical experience? He says that although I followed, because I had no other alternative to follow the instruction, so I followed. Now I have experienced by chanting this Hare Krishna, I thought that I am becoming mad after it. I am feeling expressive, mad after it. Bhranta. Bhranta Hailamon means as if I become mad when I chant. Actually it is. If you chant sincerely, you will feel some madness. That's not this madness, not LSD madness, but it is spiritual madness. Spiritual madness. Bhranta Hailamon. Dharja dharite nari. I cannot. I become impatient. Dharja dharite nari. Hailam unmatta. Just like I became a madman. And what are the symptoms? Hasi. Sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I dance without any, I mean to say, fear. And sometimes I sing. And sometimes I become just like madman. Tabe dharja dhari mane korilam vichar. Then when he saw that by chanting Hare Krishna, these symptoms have developed in me, so I thought, have I become mad? Why these things are coming on me? Tabe dharja dhari mane korilam vichar, Krishna name janachalna hailam. Perhaps by chanting this Hare Krishna, I have now become a madman, and all my senses and knowledge are now covered, because I am treating, I do not care for the society, I dance, I laugh, they are laughing at me, this man has become mad, he is chanting Hare Krishna and crying, so who is mad, who is crazy, that is to be studied. But he is thinking, the other man is thinking, this man has become mad, chanting and dancing. So, Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that I was in doubt that whether I became a madman. Pagal hailam ami dharja nahi mane. Perhaps I become a madman and I have no patience while I chant and dance and cry. He goes again to the spiritual master. My dear sir, I think I have become a madman. Why? Because you asked me to chant. I am chanting, and the effect is that I am feeling some ecstasy by which I am sometimes crying, and sometimes dancing, and sometimes singing. So I do not know what are this disease. So, kiba mantra dila gosai kiba tarbat. I do not know what sort of mantra you have given to me. I do not know what is the strength, what is the influence of this mantra. Japite japite mantra karila paga. Now I have become mad. What is this? So he shall explain again tomorrow how he became mad. Thank you very much.